This 1890 post-mortem photograph is discovered, and historians are startled when they enlarge the image of the young woman's hand. At first glance, it is a classic Victorian memorial portrait. But few people know just how obsessed Victorians were with secret symbols. In an era when any free-thinking or attempt to resist the system could land you in prison or hard labor, ordinary people and rebels invented their own language, leaving encrypted messages right on photographs through finger placement, flowers in a lapel, or background details. Was considered the ultimate sophisticated craft. It was the only way to pass the truth to those who knew how to read between the lines. And this photograph preserved a secret that the police tried to erase a century and a half ago. In 1888, London newspapers gave just a couple of lines to the death of 20-year-old printing factory worker Eleanor Croft. The official verdict stated, "Natural death, heart failure." The factory owners breathed a sigh of relief. The name of another troublesome worker had vanished from the records. But they hadn't counted on the main thing. Children worked up to their ears in lead paint and phosphorus at this factory, and unguarded machines maimed people every single day. The owners paid pennies and bribed inspectors, writing off the bodies of the dead as mere illnesses. Eleanor didn't just work at the press. She was the person who secretly recorded the real numbers. Lists of mutilated children, the names of those who died from chemical poisoning, and management's forged reports intended for a state tribunal. Her sudden illness, right after she compiled her dossier, was far too convenient to be true. And then her comrades decided to take an unprecedented risk so that the truth would finally come to light. And this is where the most dangerous part of their plan began. The post-mortem portrait was commissioned from an independent master, disguised as a standard family memory. At first, the officials and factory owners suspected nothing. The photograph quietly circulated among hundreds of local workers, passing hand to hand as a harmless keepsake. But those who knew how to read the hidden language saw the truth instantly. If you zoom in closely on her right hand, you won't see a standard sign of peaceful rest. Tucked into her fingers is a wild poppy. In Victorian florography, a symbol not of quiet grief, but of bloodshed and remembrance. And pinned to the dark mourning collar of her dress is a tiny, inconspicuous brass brooch shaped like a worker's bee, the secret emblem of the outlawed trade union. It was an open challenge to the system from inside the grave. When the factory owners finally realized what message this image was carrying across London, mass panic broke out. Orders flew across the city to seize every copy of the card under the pretext of protecting public morals. The police raided workers' homes, searching for that very portrait. But it was already too late. Thousands of cards had scattered into secret stashes, sewn into coat linings and hidden beneath book covers. This portrait became the spark that ignited a strike across the entire district. It became impossible to ignore Eleanor's death when photographs with a hidden message flooded the courts and newspaper offices. The authorities were forced to launch an investigation against the factory owners. The results were horrific. The commission uncovered exactly what Eleanor had been trying to prove. Children were working in inhuman conditions, and unguarded machines were maiming people daily. But above all, Documents were found confirming the use of toxic chemicals that caused agonizing deaths, while the owners simply wrote them off as natural causes. Under the pressure of this scandal, Parliament was forced to pass amendments to labor safety laws. Deadly poisons were banned, and the use of child labor in such workshops became a criminal offense. The factory owners wanted to erase Eleanor's name from history, turning her into an anonymous victim. Instead, they created a symbol that forced them to pay for their crimes. Her death was not just avenged. It saved thousands of other lives, ending that era of blood. Laws can be rewritten, and fines can be paid. But the historical line drawn by the death of a simple printing factory girl could never be erased again. History loves large-scale battles, loud revolutions, and crowned names. But sometimes it turns out that to move a massive, soulless empire off its dead center, an army isn't needed. Sometimes all it takes is a single photograph, a poppy gripped in cold fingers, and a truth that refused to be buried in an unmarked grave. Eleanor Croft simply wanted to survive in a world that preyed on the weak. But in the end, she became the spark that set all of London ablaze. If this story resonated with your heart, be sure to subscribe to the channel, leave a like, and hit the bell so you don't miss new investigations into the dark corners of the past. Thank you for watching. Take care of yourselves. And remember, the truth always finds its way. See you next time.